department. We have here, he's actually recording this for those of you on exchange programs, Colonel Matt Orlowski, also from our management department. We're also fortunate to have Lieutenant Colonel Dave Houston from CCLD. So that's it. We have a team of 3. We're lean, but we're not mean, right? We're here for you. And that's our introductions. Enough about us. This really is 100% about you. And so I want to start off by saying thank you for the submissions that you made for that profound leadership experience assignment. They were absolutely fantastic. Not 100%. Some of you just gave us like 2 sentences, so we really couldn't understand and appreciate what you were doing. But a lot of you gave us some really rich, amazing information, and we appreciate that. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about why we actually gave you that assignment. And so the purpose of that assignment, I think there are 3 main things we were trying to do with that. The first one was to validate and allow you to give voice to the amazing experiences you've already had. You've been here for 3 years, 3+ years. You've done all kinds of amazing things. And you've been put in all these weird positions that no one really knows about. I know I've been here in my 18th year, so I'm not new to the place. So I know I've had probably thousands of conversations, one-on-one in my office, where someone shares this fantastic experience they have, then they go and graduate, then I forget, and the experience is gone. So this way, at least we're collecting them all and showing where all this stuff happens. So the second thing that we're trying to do with this exercise is to give you an opportunity to reflect on those experiences you've had here. And I almost feel bad saying this, because when I talk to people at this institution about the importance of reflection, and all they do is say, so wait, what readings are you giving them? I'm saying, yeah, they've had 3 years of readings. Right now, this is a capstone. Let's let people think about all those readings they've done and all the experience they've had, and then we'll come and comment on that. And people scratch their head and say, well, where's the learning? Where's the content? They got the content, right? Let's just reflect on it. And I want to give you one quick example. Last week, I was at a symposium in Denver. I was asked to facilitate some meetings, and they built in 12-hour days. It was 2 days. They were 12-hour days, and their goal was to ram in as much content as they possibly could. None of this content was difficult in any way, but there's so much of it that by the end of the second day, almost 100% of the people in this symposium were just overwhelmed and confused. And it was because we didn't pause enough to give people time to process and reflect. So we wanted to create this atmosphere, this Leap 400 experience, to not overwhelm you with anything and to give you an opportunity to reflect on that. And you did, right? So you shared with us this experience, and then you started talking about, well, here's what I think happened, here's what I learned for, and it was awesome. It was exactly what we hoped you would do, and we thank you for that. The third thing we wanted to do with this assignment was to kind of capture a baseline of your experiences that we could share with the rest of the permanent party, so that we realize that not all the experiences you have come from your cadet job, that you have a wealth of experiences all over the place. And so now I want to dig in a little bit more with those experiences you shared with us. So it turns out that of those experiences you shared, almost 50% of them were not from your cadet job. Where do you think they mostly were from? So a good number of sports, actually less sports than I thought. So some of them were sports from, hey, when I was captain in high school. But when you come here as an IC, well, not everyone can be team captain. So now you're often relegated to a team member, exerting a leadership role among the team, but maybe not as profound as some of the others. The number one experience you all shared with us was from your summer programs. That seemed to dominate, and that was kind of cool. But all over, from cadet clubs, from just any number of weird situations that you've been placed in. So they've been fantastic. As we started going through your experiences, I had a bias, so I had a particular lens I was looking through, and I started to look for threads that kind of can be drawn to all of those experiences. And so I want to talk about 3 threads that I kind of saw. One thread was this idea of autonomy. So a number of you shared with us this experience you had maybe in the summer. You were doing S or BCT or control. I mean, there was a number of summer programs that a lot of you were involved in, and you said, hey, I was kind of on my own. There were a lot of changes that had occurred. No one was watching after me. I could go to a permanent party when I needed to, but it was largely on me. And you just took advantage of that opportunity, that autonomy and freedom you had, seemed to be a theme throughout. The next thing that a lot of you talked about was this idea that you went into a situation and you didn't know whether you were going to be successful or not. You were going to try on a leadership style because you were going to be a BCT flight commander and it was going to come out of your comfort zone, but you were going to go ahead and try it. But you didn't know if it was going to be successful. And a number of you said, you know what, here's what I did. You went and led about what you did, and then you told us, but I failed, right? And they said, and I learned so much from that failure, and now I actually feel really confident that if I was in a similar situation, that I'd be able to handle it much better. And others of you were unsure, uncertain, but then through that summer program or any of the other experiences you've had, you did demonstrate, I've got this. And now you feel really confident going forward that you have the skills and competencies you need to move forward. The final thread and this was like a really big thread. I would even say it's a rope, right? What a lot of you said in your experiences were that they involved like connections to other people, relatedness. There's that 4 degree who was just about to quit. And you saw that person, and you saw how some of your classmates were kind of beating up on this individual. You decided, kind of against policy maybe, to go find this person and just sit down and talk things through. And you realized something about that person that no one really knew. And that person not only survived, but they're kind of thriving here and doing great things. And it was, a lot of it because of what I did. So it's this human connection that was driven throughout your experiences. And they were amazingly powerful. And I thank you for that. And so that almost leads directly to our next assignment. Our next assignment is, and it's a little odd, what we're asking you to do is to take a survey. We call it a thriving scale. And it's designed to measure your levels of autonomy for your cadet job, your levels of confidence, do you feel your ability to do your cadet job, and your relatedness to others. And here's where it comes from. It's built on, I'm kind of nerdy, I'll just say that up front, but I fell in love with a theory, like 25 years ago, and it's still just been an ongoing romance. So this theory is called self-determination theory, and I didn't even want to do content, I just wanted to move on, but again, I can't help myself. I think it's that cool of a theory. And so what it says, this theory, it was made by these 2 people, Ed Deci and Richard Bryan. For a while in psychology, they were looking at need theories became popular. You all know Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So there's Maslow's hierarchy. Someone else popped up and said, oh, we need a need for achievement, a need for power. There's all these need theories that came on. These 2 people said, you know what? Let's see if we can distill to its essence what human beings need in order to feel a sense of subjective well-being. Just to feel good about being human and being alive. And they did. They distilled the essence of the social needs at least, of what we need down to those three things. We want to, in our day-to-day lives, we want to feel a sense of autonomy, freedom. We want to have control over our lives. The next, we want to feel very comfortable. We don't want to feel overwhelmed, incapable of doing things. So we seek out, we want to be challenged, but we want to meet those challenges and grow from those challenges. And the third is human connectedness or relatedness. So the exercise that you're going to do, it's only 24 questions, and I apologize in advance because Blackboard, it is technology, but it's old technology. So we have to put this survey together. It's clunky. So there's 6 sub-surveys of 4 questions. So you're going to find yourself potentially frustrated. You answer the first 4, and then all of a sudden you try to move on to the next, and it doesn't right there appear. You may have to dance around and click on different things to get there. But we want you to try and go through all 6 of those surveys and then reflect on the experience. How did it feel? What were your scores? How do you feel about those scores? And then we'll do a follow-up where you read something fairly short and you reflect on that as well. But we want you, and this is different from what we did with first group, we want you to do the survey based on your current job. We know you told us that a lot of your best experiences don't involve your current job, but we need to get a baseline understanding for your current job so we can work with AOCs and permanent party to help make those CW jobs better. Does that make sense? Yeah. And let me see what else. So I actually have 2 pages of notes. Oh, I'm still on the first paragraph. No, just about that. So let me see what we've got. Yeah, no, almost done. Yeah, thanks for listening. Yeah, so that's the next assignment. So I want you to bear with me on this. So that should be open now. We will send out, if you're struggling on that survey, we don't want you to get overly frustrated with it, but we think it's a cool survey. So we will likely end up sending you out a hard copy of that or electronic copy, and it tells you how to grade it at the end. So you can end up doing that, but give the Blackboard version a good try. And we're here for you. So did I miss anything else?
Remind people to go ahead and save things.
Oh yes, thank you. So yeah, in line with the frustrations with technology, please, when you're writing anything out for this course, keep it all in a Word document. There's a reasonable chance your submissions will just disappear. So there were remnants in the system last term, and everything kind of disappeared for the final set submission. They couldn't figure it out. They ultimately figured it out, but that was only 3 days ago. So if you have it all in the document, you cut and paste, I think we're all happy. Oh, and if you hadn't started on any of these assignments yet, today would be an awesome time to start, right? So I'm talking about these profound experiences, and you're like, what's that? Is there a Blackboard, right? Yeah, go in the Blackboard. You should be enrolled in the course. Do the assignment. Is that anything else?
The next assignment is actually a follow-up, not the thriving. The next assignment is...
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Wow. So it's good to have confident people around me. I strive. I would thrive if I could actually be confident. but I have a team that's much better than I am. So yeah, the assignment you're working on, right now, so we graded, so what we tried to do, so we're peeling away the curtain a little bit. We're reviewing your assignments. You gave us this profound experiences. Then we went in, and I have squadrons 13, 14, 15, and 16. Colonel Houston has 11 and 12. Colonel Lowski has 17, 18, 19, and 20. We read your experiences. I read it, and then I stare at my computer. I just stare at it and wait for some insight to happen. And what I'm looking for is some follow-up assignment that I can give you to think about and reflect on that might be of value to you. So we try to individually tailor what we ask you to do based on what you've told us. And so we're almost all done with that. So that's the very next assignment, and you can work on that. That's released the moment it's graded. So most of it's all graded. So there's a few stragglers out there where we're still having to finish it, but that's the immediate assignment. Then right after that, you can roll in to the thriving scale. Does that make sense? So what we'll do, hey, are there any questions? Right? I'd rather release you all, and then if you have questions or comments or just want to chat, you can stick around and talk to us. But we really are here 100% for you. We want this to be a great experience for you. We did a focus group with first group. I went down to try and get the data on the focus group. It wasn't compiled yet, so we think people generally liked what we did last with first group, and we're looking forward to your feedback. So that's all I've got. So thanks so much.